I'm Jim McSweeney of Hilltown Tree and Garden. I'm a certified arborist and a certified horticulturalist. This is part of my how-to series called Horticulture Simplified in 3 Minutes. What we're going to work on today is apple tree pruning in 5 steps. We're going to start by talking about the tools. The 2 tools that you'll need to prune almost any tree or shrub, in this case an apple tree, is a folding saw and a pair of hand pruners. If the trees are a little bit larger, you might want to think about a Baldwin style ladder, a harness to keep you in the tree, a pole saw, or a chainsaw for the more experienced people. Before we actually talk about how to prune the apple tree, I'll just very briefly say why, when, and how much as far as apple tree pruning goes. As far as why, you, probably like myself, is a homeowner and you want the trees to look good. So the number 1 rule is probably aesthetics. The second rule is think about letting light into the tree's center. As far as when, here in Western Mass, February to about early June is when you would typically do it. As far as how much, never more than 1/3 of the tree in any 1 year. Let's go check out the tree and we'll start pruning. So now we're going to talk about how to prune the apple tree. The first rule out of the 5 rules is take off all the vertical branches called water sprout. It's probably the most important part. You can see here, we have 1-year-old water sprouts. I'd say this is a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, and there's probably 4-year-old. So we're gonna start pruning these now, and you can check back in when we're done. So while Luke finishes up on the water sprouts, we're gonna go to rule number 2. Remove all dead, dying, and diseased wood. This is a great example. You can probably tell how the bark is flaking off on this branch, so we're gonna remove this. So the third rule of pruning is remove all crossing and rubbing branches. As you can see here, as this arches over, it's making a wound on top of this branch. So what we're gonna do is take this whole branch off here. So the 4th rule of pruning an apple tree is remove any branches that double back into the center. Remember, what we're trying to do is to have the tree grow out, and this one grows back in. So we're gonna remove that also. So the 5th and final rule of pruning an apple tree is to make sure there are no lateral branches below 2.5 feet. That will make management of the tree that much easier. This tree doesn't have any below, and if you take a look out in the orchard, you'll see that all those ones have been removed also. So as you see, we applied the 5 steps we've talked about, and now we have a tree that's healthier, better looking, and is surely going to produce more fruit in the upcoming season. I hope you enjoyed Horticulture Simplified. Now Luke and I are going to finish up.